Story of Cinderella. Once upon a time there was a kind and beautiful girl whose name was Cinderella. She lived with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters, where she was treated as a servant. She spent her days in cleaning, tidying, and waiting on them hand and foot. Despite their cruelty, Cinderella would always remember her mother's words. Have courage and be kind. One day an invitation to a royal ball arrived. The prince was looking for a bride and everyone kingdom was invited. Her stepmother immediately ordered new gowns to be made for herself and her daughters. Cinderella worked day and night to prepare the new dresses in time. On the day of the ball, as they were preparing to leave, Cinderella came down the stairs in a dress she had made for herself. Her stepmother and stepsisters were so angry to see her so beautiful they tore up the dress and left without her. Left alone, Cinderella began to cry when all of a sudden fairy grandmother appeared. "Do not cry, my child, you shall go to the ball," she said. "But I do not have a dress to wear," cried Cinderella. Her fairy grandmother waved her magic wand at once. Cinderella's rags turned into a beautiful new ball gown. Then her fairy grandmother found 6 mice playing in the pumpkin patch. She touched them with her magic wand and the pumpkin turned into a beautiful coach and the mice into 4 coach horses and 2 coachmen. When everything was ready, Cinderella waved goodbye to her grandmother, who said the magic will last until midnight. You must reach home by then. When she entered in the ballroom, the guests were struck by her beauty, and her stepmother and stepsister did not know who she was. The prince asked Cinderella to dance, and she was overjoyed. The prince and Cinderella danced all evening until Cinderella noticed clock approaching midnight and she remembered her fairy grandmother words. "I must go," she told the prince. As she fled from the ballroom, as she ran down the steps of the palace, one of her glass slipper fell off. Her stepmother and stepsisters arrived home shortly afterwards and were full of talk of the beautiful girl who had danced all night with the prince. The prince had fallen in love with Cinderella the moment he saw her, but he did not even know her name. He picked up her glass slipper from the steps and declared, "I will marry the girl whose foot fits the slipper." Prince and his servant took the glass slipper to every house in the kingdom, but it did not fit any women who tried it on. Cinderella's stepsisters tried to squeeze their large feet into the dainty shoe, but the servant was afraid it might break. Cinderella's stepmother would not let her try on the slipper, but Prince said, "Wait, let her try it." The slipper fit Cinderella's foot perfectly, and the prince realized this was the beautiful girl he had danced with at the ball. The prince had found the girl he was looking for. They were married and both lived happily even after.